When you think about Rottweilers, you might picture a strong, loyal dog with a confident walk and a protective nature. But did you know that there's a difference between German Rottweilers and American Rottweilers? It's not just about where they're born. It goes deeper than that. These two types of Rottweilers have their own stories, shaped by rules, breeding, and even how people see them. Let's dive into what sets them apart, starting with where it all begins. Germany, the home of the Rottweiler. Back in the day, Rottweilers came from a town called Rottweil in Germany. People there used these dogs to herd cattle and guard their homes. They were tough, smart, and built for hard work. Over time, the Germans wanted to keep the Rottweiler special, so they made strict rules about breeding them. That's where the German Rottweiler story starts. In Germany, groups like the Allgemeiner Deutscher Rottweiler Club, or ADARC for short, took charge. They said, "We want Rottweilers to be healthy, strong, and true to their roots." So, they set up a system. If you want to breed a Rottweiler in Germany, your dog has to pass tests. These aren't just any tests. They check the dog's body, its personality, and even how it behaves in tough situations. Only the best dogs get approval to have puppies. Now, picture this: a German Rottweiler standing tall, with a broad chest and a calm look in its eyes. These dogs are bred to be steady. The ADARC has a clear idea of what a Rottweiler should be. They want a dog that's not too big or too small. Males should be about 61 to 68 centimeters tall at the shoulder, and females a bit smaller. Weight matters too. They aim for a solid build, usually between 80 to 110 pounds for males. But it's not just about looks. These dogs have to show they're friendly yet protective, brave but not wild. In Germany, they even check the dog's hips and elbows to make sure it won't have health problems later. It's like a quality stamp. Every German Rottweiler puppy comes from parents who have earned it. Across the ocean, things work differently. In America, Rottweilers don't have the same strict rules. The American Kennel Club, or AKC, sets a standard, but it's more of a guideline than a must-do. Anyone can breed a Rottweiler in the US as long as the parents are registered with the AKC. There's no big test, no personality check, no health certificate required. This freedom means American Rottweilers can vary a lot. Some breeders focus on making big, impressive dogs. Sometimes males grow up to 130 pounds or more, way bigger than the German standard. Others might breed for looks, like a certain head shape or coat shine, without worrying about behavior or health as much. Think about an American Rottweiler walking down the street. It might catch your eye with its size or bold stance. But because there's less control, you might see differences. One American Rottweiler could be huge and muscular, while another might be leaner or even a bit stocky. The AKC says males should be 24 to 27 inches tall at the shoulder, close to the German range, but in reality, some breeders push for taller or heavier dogs. It's not rare to hear about an American Rottweiler tipping the scales at 140 pounds. That's a big dog! And while many are still loyal and protective, the lack of strict rules means their temperament can differ too. Some might be calmer, others more excitable. Health is another piece of the puzzle. In Germany, those breeding tests catch problems early. Hip dysplasia, a condition where the hip joint doesn't fit right, is a big deal for Rottweilers. The ADARC makes sure parents are checked so puppies have a better shot at strong hips. In America, it's up to the breeder. Good breeders test their dogs, but not everyone does. So, an American Rottweiler might be more likely to face joint issues down the road if its parents weren't screened. It's not that every German Rottweiler is perfect or every American one has problems, it's just about the odds. Let's talk tails for a second. In Germany, Rottweilers keep their tails. The ADARC says docking, cutting the tail short, isn't allowed anymore. They see the tail as part of the dog's natural look, helping it balance and show its mood. Walk into a German park, and you'll see Rottweilers wagging long, thick tails. In America, it's different. Docking is still common. Many American Rottweilers have short, stubby tails because breeders or owners choose that style. It started as a tradition. People thought it made working dogs less likely to get hurt, but now it's mostly about looks. So, if you spot a Rottweiler with a docked tail, chances are it's American. Temperament ties into this too. German Rottweilers are bred with purpose. The IDARC tests make sure these dogs are steady under pressure. Imagine a German Rottweiler at a busy market. It's alert, watching its owner, but not jumping at every noise. That's the goal. A dog that's confident and calm unless it needs to step up. They're protectors, but not aggressive without reason. In America, it's less predictable. Some breeders focus on guard dog traits, making Rottweilers that are extra intense. Others might not train or socialize them as much, so you could get a dog that's shy or overly bold. It's not that American Rottweilers are bad, it's just that their personality depends more on the breeder and how they're raised. Training plays a big role here. In Germany, Rottweilers often go through serious training from a young age. The culture there sees them as working dogs, so owners teach them obedience and control. It's not unusual for a German Rottweiler to know advanced commands or even compete in dog sports. In America, it varies. Some owners treat Rottweilers like family pets, keeping training basic: sit, stay, maybe a paw shake. Others push for protection training, especially if they want a guard dog. The result? A German Rottweiler might feel more polished, while an American one could be a bit more rough around the edges, depending on its home. Looks can trick you sometimes. At a glance, German and American Rottweilers share that classic Rottweiler style: short, black and tan coat, wide head, deep chest. But dig deeper, and the differences pop out. German Rottweilers tend to stick to a balanced build. The IDARC doesn't want extremes. No super skinny legs or oversized heads. American Rottweilers, though, can lean into those extremes. Some breeders aim for a blocky head, where the skull looks extra wide and square. Others might breed for height, stretching the dog beyond the German ideal. It's like two artists painting the same picture. One follows the lines, the other adds their own flair. What about paperwork? If you buy a German Rottweiler from a legit breeder, you'll get IDARC papers. Those papers mean the puppy's parents met all the rules: health checks, temperament tests, the works. It's a guarantee of quality, but it comes with a catch. German breeders don't ship puppies everywhere. You might need to travel or find a rare importer. American Rottweilers come with AKC papers, which show they're purebred but don't promise the same testing. They're easier to find. Walk into a US pet store or check online, and you'll see plenty for sale. Convenience versus tradition, that's the trade-off. People argue about which is better. Some say German Rottweilers are the real deal, closer to the original working dogs from Rottweil. They point to the strict standards and say it makes healthier, more reliable dogs. Others love American Rottweilers for their variety. Want a giant Rottweiler to impress your friends? America's got you. Prefer a laid-back buddy for the couch? You can find that too. It's less about better and more about what you want in a dog. Owning one means knowing their needs. German Rottweilers, with their working roots, thrive on activity. Long walks, training sessions, jobs to do. American Rottweilers can be the same, but some are bred more for show or companionship, so they might be fine with less. Either way, these dogs need love, exercise, and a firm hand to guide them. A bored Rottweiler, German or American, can chew up your shoes or dig up your yard. In the end, the difference comes down to rules and goals. Germany keeps the Rottweiler tied to its history, strong, steady, and built to last. America lets the breed stretch, sometimes bigger, sometimes flashier, but with less control. Both are Rottweilers at heart, loyal, brave, and ready to stand by you. So if you're picking one, think about what matters to you: tradition or flexibility, structure or freedom. That's the story of German versus American Rottweilers, two sides of the same tough, lovable coin. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Vault of Epic Facts channel.